продолжаем глядеть Summer Game Fest. И сегодня у нас Wholesome Direct, які мы будем глядеть на инди-игры, милые и так далее. Вот. Меня зовут Эш. Я поспробую перакладаць все, что тут будет, все, что тут здарыцца. Вось, моя беларуская мова дуже кепская. Я буду міксаваць беларускую, украінскую, ангельскую і расійскую. І сьогодні, і зараз ми пропустили перший трейлер, який був про милих котиків і їх ферму.
So yeah, we're just incredibly grateful to everyone who believed in us and who also felt the need to make tea for cats. One more announcement. We will be having launch
І гэта був трейлер про котиків, які роблять гарбату.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that will be the access launch, and double congratulations on the merch, and thank you for joining us today.
Наступного дня, насколько я могу увидеть, это микс визуальной аркады. Button City Soccer Days. Пока можно только добавить уже данные.
Be sure to go check out the Spirit Swap demo now on Steam, and definitely don't forget to wishlist Button City's brand new game, Button City Soccer Days. Now, we've had brand new games and demos already announced, so why not spice it up by dropping yet another wholesome game for everyone to enjoy today?
Зараз ми вам покажемо ще одну wholesome гру.
Моя.
Виглядає як РПГ про жабу. Фрог Сонг, жаб'я пісня. Може поіграти.
Welcome, Brandon, the lead dev and founder of Frog Team Games. Now, one thing that I was very curious about is why frogs and what drew the inspiration for Frog Song.
One time when I was younger, I was camping with my family.
Чому жаби і откуда ви взяли натхнення на таку гру? І розпрацьовувавши разом казове і про то, як
I love the idea of just like a younger Brandon creating this world while out camping. It feels very, very wholesome. Did you have anything you'd like to share with the Wholesome Games community in particular?
The Wholesome Games community has been a huge part of Frog Song's journey, so it's an honor to be launching alongside the Wholesome Direct.
And it is definitely an honor to have you. Thank you again, and a big congratulations on your launch. And that's it for the pre-show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And now, time for Wholesome Direct.
І гэта было пры-шоу. Зараз почнеться головне шоу. Не спізнітеся.
Welcome back to Wholesome Direct, a celebration of wholesome games. My name is Jenny Wyndham, and I am joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Kennedy Rose and Gab Smulders.
Sit back and relax as we bring you exclusive footage and announcements from nearly 80 wholesome games.
And remember, if you see any games you love today, head over to wholesomegames.com to get all the info and find out how you can support the developers.
80 гульняу. Наслаждайтесь. Сьогодні тот день ти станеш мотыльком. I am Caterpillar. Я вусень.
This is Hako, the new intern at Bubblegum Galaxy. She'll now show us how to build planets. Sorry, I meant to say restore the galaxy.
Як
Build a planet by placing tiles.
создавать планети.
Finish missions to earn points and additional tiles. Place your tiles wisely to complete quests and win stars.
Чим більше ви
The
строїте,
more stars you
тим
get, the
більше
more
місій
planets you'll be able to
ви
restore.
виконуєте,
Each planet will have its own quirks and special rules.
тим більше
As you gather stars and prove your skill as a planet
Частей
architect, you will get to know more about your coworkers. What is happening? This doesn't sound so good. Help Hako rebuild and save Bubblegum Galaxy. Check out the demo, available now on Steam.
Hi everyone! We're Spell Garden Games and we're making Sticky Business, a cozy small business simulator game where you create your own stickers, pack orders, and hear about your customers' stories. You can play the demo right now on Steam. We'd love to see your creations and hear about your thoughts and ideas over on our Twitter or TikTok. And now it's time to build the cutest sticker shop on the internet.
виглядає як гульня більше про creation, чим про усьо остатнє.
Experience the joy of running your own cozy small business.
І зараз гульня про бізнес і про свій.
Create stickers, pack orders, and hear your customers' stories. Time to build the cutest shop on the internet.
Як я розумію. Так. Sticky Business. Реліз у 23-му годі, демка доступна зараз.
Moonstone Island is a creature-collecting life sim set in an open world with 100+ islands to explore. Make friends, brew potions, collect spirits, and test your strength in card-based encounters to complete your alchemy training.
Де ви набиваєте живьол і з допомогою карт. Бойовка – це карточна бойовка.
Station to Station is a minimalist railroad building simulator that artfully combines a relaxing experience with eye-pleasing voxel art visuals.
Де ви будете
Populate a beautiful,
Строить
ever-brightening
новые
landscape and connect
чугуночные
the world
пути.
by building train tracks.
И связывайте миры, связывайте мир и населенные пункты
All
в
aboard!
эти миры. Демка доступна
Hi, I'm
зараз.
Mala. I am an
Дата
artist and we
релізу
are
нет.
making an adventure management game, The Palace on the Hill. We love playing cozy adventure games with a unique story and setting.
Далее
And
у нас
so we are making
Adventure
just that.
Palace on the
The
Hill.
game is inspired by our own life and travels in India, and it is coming out very soon. Enjoy the trailer
Гульню
and please add to your wish
натхнила
list.
Индия и подороже по ней. Гэта історія о хлопчикі, якого звуть Вір. Історія об амбіціях. О боротьбі і о романі. І о його житті. Яку гарбату ви можете нам подати? Вір, який у тебе план для
I'd like to take a moment to thank a few friends and partners who helped make today's show possible. That includes Devolver Digital, Sodesco, Studio Drydock, Hyperbeard, Raw Fury, and Fireshine Games. Again, a big thank you from the Wholesome Games team to you.
На екранах. З їх допомогою ми зробили дану.
Usagi-shima is a cozy, relaxing bunny collecting game.
Цокісіма, як я зрозуміла, гэта релаксуючая гульня про
Decorate an abandoned island while you discover and make friends with a variety of cute, curious bunnies.
Karmazoo is a joyful co-op platformer where up to 10 random players help each other using the unique abilities of 50 different characters.
Karmazoo is a game about finding bliss in cooperation. Join a joyful team of up to 10 players online and combine your abilities to complete the loop. In Karmazoo, there are a billion ways to share the love. Choose one. Spit on your friends to make them sticky. Sacrifice yourself to drop a helpful tombstone. Strip down to your trunk to give a leg up. Spin a spider's web for others to climb. Smash block to smithereens to clear the way. Sing your heart out to create the bridge.
Даже умереть, как на твоем месте
But you don't need a reason to carry your friends to victory as they bask in their natural glory. Karmazoo, a game for you!
На всех актуальных платформах можно добавить уже данные. Flutter Away. Гульня про фотографування мотыльков.
Hop into the world of Kamairu, a cozy farming and crafting game where you breed and collect frogs, customize and decorate your very own refuge, and work to restore biodiversity in the wetlands.
Где вы должны восстановить биоразнообразие природы.
We are just getting started, but I'd like to take a moment to mention our collaboration this year with the Able Gamers charity.
Able Gamers is a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving accessibility and enabling more people with disabilities to be able to play video games.
They assist individuals in getting the peripherals they need, work with developers to improve accessibility, and more.
We've partnered with the Yeti to offer 2 limited-time Wholesome Direct t-shirts to celebrate today's event, and 100% of the proceeds benefit Able Gamers.
If you'd like to learn more, you can visit ablegamers.org and get your limited-time t-shirts at theyeti.com/wholesomegames.
Hi everybody, Steve Spawn here. Wholesome Games are great. They have great content, they're great fun, they're awesome to enjoy, but I don't think it's really about the game's content so much as it is the safe space that they provide where everyone is welcome, everyone has a seat at the table, and everyone can have fun together.
Explore a bright fantasy world in Baladins, a whimsical co-op adventure inspired by classic tabletop role-playing games. Play with up to 4 friends as you meet charming NPCs, collect oddball items, and complete quests to unlock the secrets of the land.
Вы подорожуете по миру и открывайте его секреты, таємниці. У раннім 24-го дивіться.
The upcoming DLC for A Little to the Left cleans out the cabinets and secret compartments with 25 delightful new cupboards and drawers themed puzzles to discover.
A Little to the Left выходит
along with even more charming illustrations and surprising scenarios.
25 новыми левелами.
Coming June 27th.
Релиз у 24-го
Henry Halfhead is a quirky sandbox adventure game about possessing and controlling everyday objects. Today, Henry is relaxing by doing some gardening. They enjoy planting new life and watching it grow from their care and love. Accompany Henry through their life story with all its ups and downs. Please wishlist Henry Halfhead now on Steam.
Hi, I'm Preeti, and I'm making Gordlets, a cozy city-building sandbox where you place buildings and scenery, and then little visitors called Gordlets show up and live in your world. Depending on what you build, they might play chess, read, drink tea, take a little nap, fish, roast marshmallows, and more. The only objective is to build and see what the Gordlets will do. And now, by popular request, the final release will have farming. Choose seeds to plant, and the Gordlets will water them and pull weeds to grow a beautiful garden. Gordlets is coming soon.
What if love was your most precious resource? Play Matchmaker in Lakeburg Legacies, a cozy management sim. Create the best couples, handle the drama, and ensure that your kingdom thrives. Lakeburg Legacies launches on PC on July 20th.
Hi cozy gamers, I'm Martina. We're the founders of Welcome, a cozy MMA game about working together to build a better living world.
We're currently working towards our Kickstarter campaign, which will launch soon. And you're about to watch our very first teaser trailer.
Welcome to Loftia, a game about working together to make a positive impact on the world. You can learn skills such as hydroponic farming and sustainable crafting, go on adventures with your crew, and join the community on projects to improve the city. Whether you love socializing with friends, both old and new, or prefer playing solo, there's a home for everyone in Loftia.
Вы можете играть один альбо с сябрами. Wishes Unlimited. Мы гэта ўжо дадалі учора. Гэта гульня пра пакемонаў, але якія унікальныя. Кожны пакемон кожнага віду мае свой колер, свой характар. І так, баявая сістэма тут гэта волейбол. Местные покемоны имеют свой характер, могут любить кого-то, не любить. У них могут быть свои стосунки с іншими вашими покемонами. И так далее. И чем больше один покемон играет с другим, яны привязываются друг к другу, и яны эволюционируют разом. Зараз на Кикстартере. Можно задонатить.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Я вас не бачу.
My name's Noah, but you might know me as Some Humble Onion. And for the past 2 years, I've been developing a little game about a little mushroom. Today, I have some very exciting news to share with you about it. So be sure to watch until the end.
І зараз я вам розповіжу про гульню, над якою я працювала 2 роки. І 8-й трейлер. Some Humble Onion. Технік. І ще другий чоловік, який пише музику, працює з ним в этой гульні. Smash Come Home. Реліз прямо зараз на Nintendo Switch і у Steam. Венба. Зараз можна додати у жаданні у Steam. Гэта кукінг. Uh, 31 липня реліз.
Join the iconic Little Nemo as you explore the wondrous world of dreams, Slumberland. In this platforming adventure, you'll collect toys, PJs, and little buddies, all granting you extraordinary abilities. Discover enchanting new dream domains and encounter a colorful cast of characters, all threatened by the mysterious oblivion, which only you can overcome. Along the way, you'll face challenges, but don't worry, you'll simply wake up safe and sound in your bedroom. Take a quick breather before hopping back into bed
Антагоністам
to continue
з'являецца
on your
нейкае
adventure.
забыццё, і ваша спальня — гэта хаб, у якім вы
Little
кожны раз
Nemo and the Guardians of
прачынаецесь.
Slumberland. Try the demo now on Steam for a limited time.
Демо доступне
Next, we've
зараз.
got updates for 2 games from our friends at Sudesco. Stay tuned for the latest from Garden Witch Life and
У
Orange
обмежований
Season.
час. І зараз гульня Orange Season. Фармінг симулятор. Чи не фармінг, а симулятор садовництва. І готовки. Garden Witch Life. Життя садової відьми. І зараз Orange там буде. Створайте свою історію. Формуйте. Пока только пустыми релиз, и только уже данные можно добавить. У меня про скалолоджение доступно. І знову якийсь мікс фармінга і подорожного. Пригоди. Grimoire.
Hi, Wholesome Direct. We want to welcome you to Garden Buddies. Garden Buddies is a story-based life sim in which you help Matsi, a small apple, to make new friends, build a gorgeous garden, and learn neat techniques to better handle stress and anxiety.
We love the new friends that we created, and we can't wait to share them with you.
Now enjoy the first trailer of Garden Buddies coming this summer to Switch and
Garden
Steam.
Buddies. І зараз ми побачимо перший трейлер. Строите свой сад. Сябруйте з рослинами. Вивчайтеся і ростіть. Garden Buddies вийде у гэтым летом.
In a tiny sticker tale, help a young donkey named Flynn in their journey to reunite with their father. Use a magic sticker book to take anything from the world around you and turn it into a sticker. Use your creativity to stick them back in different places, solving puzzles and helping your new friends.
І гэту гульню мы тоже глядзелі учора. Яна пра падарожжа осла да яго тата. Мировая прэм'ера.
Everdeep Aurora is a small 2D adventure and exploration game that tells the story
Everdeep
of an
Aurora?
adventurous little cat named Shell, searching for her missing mother.
Маленькая гульня про котку, якая шукае свою маму. О, новый клиент. Ваша мама зовет вас из глубины.
This unexpected quest will unravel many secrets about the world around her.
У сваім падарожжы яна вывучыць многа тайн міра, у якім яна жыве. Everdeep Aurora. Зараз толькі распрацуюць яе для Steam і Nintendo Switch. Реліз у 24-м годзе.
From the creator of Omno, Kibu is a tranquil adventure in the heart of the wilderness.
От распрацоўшчыка Omno, Kibu — это падарожжа по мілому міру.
Build out a temple, tend to your garden, brew delicious tea, and adventure out into the wilds to harvest the riches of nature.
Будуйте свой дом, свою ферму и насолоджуйся.
Carve out your own special corner of home in a beautiful, mysterious land.
Зараз толькі можна дабавіць у жаданыя ў Steam.
In this cozy platformer, play as young witch Flora, who cooks and delivers tasty treats to the townsfolk of Grat.
У гэтым мілым платформере вы гуляеце за ведьму Флору.
Choose a fitting recipe and gather your ingredients through different means while exploring this beautiful harbor town. Let's start with slowly roasting the mushrooms in the oven and preparing the cooking pot. Remember, for this order, you are asked to avoid anything spicy. Flora, you only have a spicy horn pepper. We can work with that. It's not in the recipe, but you can use additional ingredients to outweigh the flavors of others. Let it stir with a spark of magic.
Вы должны вывучать
Come back in a second to
рецепты, як
collect
што
it.
гатовіцца, колькі секунд, альбом хвілін.
Now, it's time to deliver your magical delicacies.
І зараз ви його і доставляєте.
Get ready to meet, befriend, and care for adorable puppies while exploring paradise in our next game.
Welcome to paradise, or should we say, puppy paradise. We have a ton of pups for you to befriend. Make sure to bathe, feed, and play with them. Unlock hundreds of clothes and accessories to dress up your pups and create your own unique style. Get your friends kitted out and hunt for treasure on sandy beaches, or hike and explore snowy mountains. Go on your very own adventure and explore an island full of puppies. Be sure to check every nook and cranny. Who knows what secrets you'll find along the way. Make this island your own. Build and customize it for you and the furry locals. There's so much here for you to discover, and so many friends to make in this relaxing and exciting puppy adventure. We can't wait to welcome you to the island.
Little Friends Puppy Island.
The Guardian of Nature is a puzzle adventure game with lovely handcrafted art and animations. It's about a giant tree that connects the whole forest and its vegetation. You were brought into this magical world and play Henry, a botanist and the last guardian of nature. One day, Henry finds out that the mother tree is in danger and that he needs to go on an urgent journey to put nature back in order. Explore the world of the game above and below ground. Solve solar punk puzzles and see how everything is connected. Accompany Henry on his
Тут
journey.
есть
Use your
пазлы.
ability to change in size and find out about the large,
И Генри
tiny
может
wonders of this world.
изменять свой размер.
Wishlist The Guardian of Nature, now on Steam.
Зараз толькі можна дадаць у Steam уже данные. Guardian of Nature. Добро пожаловать в Таунсик. Доследуйте мир. Меняйтесь с жыхарами мира. Путешествуйте, подорожвайте и так само отдыхайте. Заполняйте свой журнал. Застракайте новых компаньонов. Таунсик. Выйдя на ПК у раннім 24-м году. Так, новая гульня. Малюйте линии и кормите монстров. Накормить у всех Feed All Monsters. Накормите у всех монстров. Выйдет 22 червня. Только на Steam.
Welcome to Manita's Kitchen, where you'll meet Trexito, a T-Rex with short arms that has one dream: to become the best pizza maker.
Manita's Kitchen, где вы играете за T-Рекса, динозавра.
Join Trexie and their 4 dino friends in this culinary adventure, but be warned. The competition's conspiracy could ruin everything.
Пригода выйдет у кастрычніку, 23 кастрычніка.
Unpacking is a Zen game about the familiar experience of pulling possessions out of boxes and fitting them into a new home.
Мобильных приладов. Она уже доступна на всех платформах, и консолях, но вот
For those just joining, we'd like to take a moment to remind you about our collaboration with the Able Gamers charity.
Able Gamers creates opportunities for people with disabilities to enjoy video games by providing specialized equipment, advice, and education.
They assist individuals in getting the peripherals they need, work with developers to improve accessibility, and more.
And this year, we are partnering with the Yeti to offer 2 limited-time Wholesome Direct t-shirts that celebrate today's event, and 100% of the proceeds benefit Able Gamers.
If you'd like to learn more, you can visit ablegamers.org and get your limited-time t-shirts at theyeti.com/wholesomegames.
Botany Manor. Демка доступна зараз у Steam.
Solarpunk is a cozy survival crafting game in a technically advanced world of floating islands.
Solarpunk — это гульня про выживание и крафтинг.
Live in harmony with nature and use sunlight, wind, and water to create an energy system and automate your processes like gathering resources and watering your plants.
Толькі тут вы яшчэ можаце будаваць сваю энергасістэму, якая будзе паліваць вашы расліны.
Reforge a blacksmith's village on an isle of the land's finest artisans.
Перакуйце новую зброю на вострове.
Step into the boots of an expert smith for a crafty adventure filled with mystery and charm. Prove that a hammer, anvil, and your wits can overcome any challenge.
While the iron's hot.
Coming up next, we've got a fresh look at the life sim Wildflowers and some of the recent updates it's received, including additions to the romance, farming, and character customization systems.
Які вже релізнувся, як я зрозуміла, і тут буде його апдейти. Нам зараз покажуть. Так, вже релізнувся.
I'm Tara, Hazel Wild's granddaughter. Nice to meet you.
Join Tara on a heartfelt journey to become a witch in Wildflowers.
Стань відьмою вместе з Терой у війні Wildflowers.
You look so good.
Farm by day and cast spells by night as you craft your cottagecore life and bond with your coven.
Займайтеся файтингом днем і магією вночі.
Come to know and love the fully voice-acted characters of Fairhaven as you unravel a local mystery.
I love you, Tara Wild.
Повна озвучка усій гульні доступна на девайсах Apple, і на Nintendo Switch.
Come as fast as you can.
These hills are a prison, and I'm breaking out.
Moira McKinnon is running away from home across the Scottish Highlands to reach the sea. Scramble over peaks, decipher maps, explore caves, and rush through valleys in time to music. Collect the stories of the hills and of Moira's past.
A Highland Song реліз у 23-м годі на Steam.
Sushi Ben is a VR adventure game about saving a struggling sushi bar by bringing in new customers. The game also uses unique 3D manga panels to add film language to VR. You'll have to help customers with their problems before they agree to accompany you for dinner.
Here's the latest from Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley.
In the northern part of the world, a global phenomenon was born. Tove Jansson, a cherished artist and author, created the intriguing world of Moomin Valley, transcending cultural boundaries and capturing the hearts of millions. Moomin's enduring appeal can be traced to the story's themes of friendship, melancholy, and adventure, which have resonated with audiences across generations. Among the inhabitants of Moomin Valley, we find a free-thinking spirit and philosopher with his signature green hat and harmonica, Snufkin. A true wanderer, he has embraced a nomadic lifestyle, cherishing his independence and sense of adventure above all. When harmony is disturbed in Moomin Valley, he returns to restore the natural order of untamed beauty and rescue his best friend, Moomin Troll. Join Snufkin's adventures in Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley.
Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley.
The Star-Named Eos is a first-person narrative puzzle adventure game that explores the power of photography and memories. Immerse yourself in a hand-drawn world, solve puzzles, and recreate photos to relive long-forgotten moments.
Fall of Porcupine is a unique story adventure.
Fall of Porcupine – гэта унікальная адвенчура.
Experience the exciting story of Finley and his friends in a lovingly illustrated world.
Гуляйце у гісторыю Фінлі і яго сяброў у унікальным і яркім міры. Выглядае як Night in the Woods. Если тут также будзе вельмі добрыя дыалогі і гісторыя. Fall of the Porcupine 15
Hi everyone, I'm Kira, the community manager for Story of Seasons in the West. Here's a little snippet into some gameplay for Story of Seasons 1 for Life, which is coming out this June 27th.
First things first, let's create my own character. For those who played the original, you can see how much more choice you have now, and so I've made the decision to make myself. You can even choose what pronouns you'd like characters to use for you throughout the game. Of course, life on the farm is nice and relaxed, and we've made some changes to make it even more relaxing, with better movement, upgradable tools, and some helpful new facilities. We've also added new hybrid crops, so you can experiment and make some unusual creations. Naturally, this game is all about family, and there's so much to uncover here. I don't want to spoil too much, so let me just tell you that I've married Nami, and our daughter, Mina, is the cutest thing ever. It's time for me to say goodbye, so let me leave you with a quick snuggle montage.
Коротше, фармінг симулятора на усіх консолях і на ПК 27 червня. Раз пару недель. Я все оставила позади ради wildlife. Ради тихого життя у Букстоунсбі. Як я розумію, ви гуляєте за вендора книг, и вы путешествуете, и к вам приходят жихары, и вы им допомагаете. Дата релиза нет. Party гульняу. Кино. Slice of life. Як я розумію. Стилізований парк. Ляльки дітські. Бесплатная демка зараз на Steam.
Next up is Campfire Cat Cafe, a mobile game where you build, manage, and design a relaxing cat cafe and snack bar in the forest.
Мобильная гульня, где вы будуете кафе для коток у лесу. Протагоніст повертається додому праз 3 года, як її не було.
Campfire Cat Cafe is an idle game where you open a restaurant in a forest filled with cute animals.
Ви відкриваєте свій ресторан у лісу, де много живе, і годуйте своїх клієнтів.
decorate and level up your restaurant, and open new areas and activities for your customers to enjoy.
Можете выдать новые активности для своих клиентов. О, Xbox, Microsoft, Studio Band. Не та, что была у PlayStation, но другая. Почему была? Зараз есть у PlayStation так само Studio Band. Это другая Studio Band. Low frame rate.
Miho must venture through a world of endless deserts, floating mountains, and talking beasts, outsmarting thieves and meeting quirky characters along the way.
У меня про пригоды хлопчика. Адвенчура. Сопа. А студия Бандо выйдет у 24-м году.
In Tracks of Thought, you're a little ladybug who's still figuring things out. And you're figuring out why no one in this train can remember where they're going. Team up with one of 7 bugs suited to your own personality. Help out the passengers, settle your differences in card battles, and learn how to deal with conflict together. Oh, looks like the train's arriving soon.
Конфликты выйдет у початку 24-го года. Якийсь симулятор будівництва, так. Як Animal Crossing виглядає. Go Town,
It's almost time to say goodbye.
Before we go, we'd like to share even more wholesome games coming your way this year and beyond.
These are going to go by fast, so don't forget to visit wholesomegames.com after the show for all the info and links to the games.
Покажем остальные гульни. Дату в 24-м году выйдет. Пустыня. Платформа 2 годика. Let's Revolution выйдет 28 червня на стриме. Выглядає як помість аркади платформера. Delivery Wins уже вышла сегодня на стриме. Можно продавать. Delivery Servers выйдет 20 июня на Steam. Про почтовую птицу. Доступны Toll Trials, нема даты релиза. Выйдет на Steam. Подороже. Грустину. Странный мир. Petit Island. Релиз у 24 года на Steam. Wheels and Cats of California. Release in 23 года. It's a possible. Mars First Logistics. Release Fishbowl. Релиз у 25-м году. Про працу и про життя. Мирф Айленд. Релиз у 24-м году. Adventure. Мила Garden Life. Релиз у 24-м году. Саня выйдет у 23-м году, дата не была. Вельми постсоветское адчуванне эпидемии. March of Rooms выйдет у 3-м квартале 23-го года. Тостер уже вышла. Athenian Rhapsody выйдзе ў 3-м квартале 23-го года.
And that brings us to the end of our program. Remember to visit wholesomegames.com for links to every game featured in today's show.
We'll see you again next year for Wholesome Direct 2024.
But before we go, here is one last game we hope you'll love.
Усе гэтыя гульні яшчэ раз. І наша последняя гульня на сьогодні — Fields of Mischief. Новая гульня Тобі Фокса. Вельмі вядомы распрацоўшчык відеагульні. Ён распрацаваў Фес і потым мабыць, мне показалось, что гэта там написано Тобі Фокс. Альбо, мабыць, Undertale і Dead. Гэта ён. Яго. Іншая гульня. Выйдзе ў 24-м годзе на Steam.
Bye!
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, that's it. It's like...
Наступны стрим будзе Future Game Show. Він пачнецца зразу пасля гэтага. Этих титров. А нет. Ён уже паўчыўся выбачаць.
Who are here to deliver a very special performance of Waves from Beyond, from the soundtrack to High Water.
Штосьці цікавае?
Llegamos si no hay rumbo ni marea. Luz de luna en tu espuma nos da un poco de esperanza. ¿Dónde vamos? ¿A dónde llegamos? Si no hay rumbo ni marea. Luz de luna en tu espuma nos da un poco de esperanza. Mi pescador de sueños, en el viaje con la proa hacia el cielo azul, con las voces de sirenas, cuando sopla el viento más magnífico y el empuje de las olas más allá. ¿Dónde vamos? ¿A dónde llegamos? Si no hay rumbo ni marea. Luz de luna en tu espuma nos da un poco de esperanza. ¿Dónde llegamos si no hay rumbo ni marea? Luz de luna en tu espuma nos da un poco de esperanza.
Well, that was beautiful. Thanks again to Tamara and Gilad. High Water was previously available on Netflix, but today we are pleased to reveal that it's coming to PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch in the summer. Make sure to wishlist it on Steam.
All right, before we get to our first world premiere, we've got a quick update.
During this year's Spring Showcase, we announced that the World of Future game show is expanding with the launch of the new FGS YouTube and TikTok channels.
And after we wrap up today, you'll be able to go deeper into selected games from the show with exciting videos from the growing FGS editorial team. Search for FGS on YouTube or TikTok and look out for the channel logo you can see behind us.
All right, let's keep this engine running. I think it's time for our very first world premiere.
Чоловіка-паука у гульняу Sony. І справа була Лора Бейлі, яка огучує много років із последніх гульня Naughty Dog.
I thought you hated racing.
I
need to get into the city again.
Who is going to walk away with this year's City Pass? Tune in and find out. It's going to be one hell of a ride.
How's everyone enjoying the show?
He can't be allowed to keep doing this.
But how can we stop him?
By playing him at his own game.
Какой-то road rage. Ставка.
Aster, what would you like to say to all your fans?
Welcome to the world of Resistor, a post-apocalyptic car PG where you build a ragtag team of racers. It's coming soon to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, so get it on your wish list. What's next, Yuri?
Well, here we go from the post-apocalyptic to the prehistoric. It's dinosaur time.
My favorite part of the day. Let's see it.
І зараз ми переміщаємося від постапокаліптичного до древнього гульня про динозаврів. Это все альфа-футаж. Альфа-билд. Протагонист человек. Даже виглядала як протагоністка. Не, стрим. Живі. Так, щось у нас повисла трансляция. Так, мы откатились немного назад. Зараз гульня Star-Tracker про космічного дальнобойщика. Выйти у 24 году.
I don't know. I think I'd kind of enjoy being stuck in an intergalactic traffic jam if the views were that good.
Right? I mean, I get the whole truck sim thing now. It looks strangely relaxing. That was your first glimpse at Star Trucker, which is coming in 2024.
But now it's time to shift gears to demon gods and dark fantasy. We've got a developer presentation from Hexworks, the minds behind Lords of the Fallen.
Древнім богам і фентезі мирам.
On behalf of Hexworks, welcome to the Lords of the Fallen gameplay showcase.
Lords of the Fallen 2.
Today, we're taking a closer look at our all-new dark fantasy action RPG, arriving this October on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Виходить на усіх платформах.
Spiritual successor to the original 2014 release. It acts as a full reboot for the franchise, taking place in a vast, interconnected world over 1,000 years later. Featuring colossal boss battles, fast, challenging combat, and deep, immersive storytelling, players will journey across 2 parallel realms in this expansive RPG experience. The world of the living, Axiom, and the world of the dead, Umbra, with each featuring its own unique pathways, characters, enemies, and, of course, treasures. And while Axiom presents its own challenges, untold horrors await its nightmarish counterpart. Thanks to the Umbral Lamp, players can enter this lightless world at any time in one of 2 ways. When slain by the foes of Axiom, at which point you'll resurrect in the same location, albeit in Umbral, or by
И калі вы
performing the
гібнеце,
Umbral
лампа
Rift
вас
and
возрождае
willingly
ў другім
sacrificing
мире.
one of your 2 lives. But the lamp
У
holds
вас
yet
есть
more
две
power,
жизни.
granting the ability to flay the soul from an enemy for some high damage attacks, and even manipulate the very
І таксама з
environment
дапамогай
of the
лампы
Umbral
ви
world.
можете высасываць
However, the
жыццё
longer you
ў
spend in this
ваших
wraith-ridden
ворогаў
plane, the greater number
і
of spectral
маніпуляваць
terrors
акружэннем.
that will hunt you down.
І чым больш
But
вы
as
будзеце ў
harrowing as
цёмным
the
міры,
Hellions of
тым
Umbral
больш у
are,
вас
they pale in
будзе
comparison
якіх-то
to the game's
паследствий.
brutal boss battles.
Ну і, конечно
Towering
же,
above
у
the
стилі усіх
ever-burning city
Dark
of
Souls
Calrath, this gargantuan monstrosity doesn't take kindly to would-be adventurers. The
Боссы
demonic presence within
хардкорные.
are ready to devour any and all within sight.
які готові усё на своєму путі
A
поглотити.
merciless torturer, prepared to carry out any atrocity in the name of his faith. Tancred, master of castigations, is the devout
Безнадійна
chaplain
пытка.
of the hallowed sentinels. Though beneath the pious veil, his very own flesh conceals a truth most foul.
Ну і лор. У кожного боса
When
своя
Harrow
темна
Durva ventured
історія і
into the
свої
deepest depths of this world to thwart the undead
свої
rising,
таємниці.
what she discovered was so utterly horrific that she renounced her former life in commitment to a far darker oath. Pre-order Lords of the Fallen now and prepare to unleash the darkness on Friday the
Предзакажите
13th
Lords of
of
the
October.
Fallen. Виходить у п'ятницю 13-го у кастричнику на Хеллоуін. І називається так само, як і перша гульня Lords of the Fallen. Гэта паляки.
Lords of the Fallen is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on October 13th, 2023. And you can wishlist it right now. Wait, what is
Вийде
it?
на
Are you okay?
ПК і консолях. Усіх окремя
Oh, no, wait, it's something
Nintendo.
good. It's time for another world premiere.
І постгена. Не вийде на PS4 і Xbox One. У нас мировая премьера. Headbangers. Ритм рояль. Team 17.
Dun, 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 dun. That was so infectious.
Yeah, that is going to be in my head for a while, I think.
Well, I really can't complain. Watch out for Headbangers Rhythm Royale, which is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in 2023. So, what's next, Laura?
This game debuted as a world premiere in last year's Summer Showcase, and now we've got a closer look at gameplay. This is The Last Faith, which some fans are describing as a pixelated take on
І зараз
Bloodborne.
Last Faith.
Hunter's dream, you might
Піксельний
say.
Bloodborne.
A new dawn is at hand. The secret has been snatched in the hands of the sordid. But one rises above all others. A blessed curse, the sweetness of the flame.
inevitable can befall them now. Death.
Тут говорять класичні фрази, як у Bloodborne або у Dark Souls'ах. Вельмі все розмите і метафоричне. Про життя і смерть, і страдання. Last Faith у гэтым кастрычніку выходзе. І будзе бета.
That was The Last Faith, a gothic Souls-like coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in October 2023. And you can wishlist it right now on Steam.
We're also thrilled to announce that The Last Faith will have a beta demo this summer. If you want to check it out, register for access at thelastfaithgame.com.
Our next game is a stealth action platformer set in the wake of a climate catastrophe. Let's take a trip to the world of Steel Seed.
Далей слэшер-платформер Steel Seed, постапокаліптычны. Распрацоўшчыкі Storm і Nautica.
Hello everybody, I'm Carlo Bianchi and I'm the founder and game director of Storm in Nautica. Let me introduce you Zoe and Kobe, the dynamic duo that will accompany you during your journey. Today we are excited to show you the gameplay reveal of Steel Seed. Steel Seed is a stealth action game with a deep, complex and lore-driven story.
Гэта стелсовая гульня.
After a major climate catastrophe caused by humans, the AIs took control of the situation in order to find a way to preserve life.
После глобальной экологичной катастрофы АИ взяла на себя контроль над планетой.
The environment surrounding Zoe is huge and takes heavy inspiration from popular mangas, movies, and anime.
Подороживать по этому миру, який був натхнен мангой і аніме.
Environment interaction, stealth and combat. Their bond will grow stronger the more challenges they will face together.
Стосунки між головною героїнею і її роботом буде розвиватися.
Sometimes a stealth approach in problematic scenarios is preferable, and a good execution will be highly rewarded. The environment will offer you many ways to deal with the enemies. Be the silent assassin. Should you feel more aggressive, or if you screw up the stealth approach, a fast-paced and tactical combat system will allow you to unleash your combat abilities on the enemies. Don't forget the Kobe is there to help you with ranged attacks and skills. Your companion really makes the difference between life and death. If you still feel underpowered, a complex skill tree system based on challenges will allow you to expand Zoe and Kobe's passive and active abilities. The challenge system is designed to render the experience more dynamic and fun. Also, in dangerous times, you may require dangerous friends. Use Kobe to hack into an enemy system to make it fight with you. Your new ally will create hilariously engaging combat scenarios. There are many more abilities that you can unlock from the skill tree. Choose wisely. Thanks for your time with us. Steel Seed is a truly emotional experience that will test your inner humanity. The game is coming to PC, Microsoft, Xbox, and Sony PlayStation.
Experience з хороших історій.
Steel Seed is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Man,
Дата релізу на даний момент
voice acting is so much easier when you're not wearing a skin-tight suit. Am I right?
Wait a second. Are you telling me you wear the Spidey suit when you record?
No.
Зараз ведучі жартують про те, що носить ли Юрій Лоренталь костюм Человека-паука, коли він записує діалоги для гульні. Подороживайте по пустынному миру. Будуйте свой дом. Доследуйте. Восстанавливайте природу. И яго таямніцы пазнавайце.
A routine mission to a peaceful planet, huh? Nothing's ever routine with this crew. But one thing's
Обычная миссия на якусь там планету. Нічога не рутинна з гэтай камандай.
Together.
Сражайтесь вместе с сябрами. Онлайн и офлайн кооп. Альбо меняйте персонажу на лету. Go fight fantastic. Выйдзе у гэтым годзе.
Distant Bloom and Go Fight Fantastic are coming later this year. So head on over to Steam and flesh out your quickly growing wish lists.
And here's a bonus. Limited time demos for both games have also been made available on Steam. So head on over to the Future Game Show Steam page if you want to check them out.
Доступны зараз на Steam.
Laura, on guard!
Wait, what? What's happening?
Oh, sorry, I was reading too far ahead.
Лора, ангард. Что происходит? Вибач, я загляну наперед. Зараз мировая премьера.
This is the last time she ruins my plan. Find her and bring her to me.
A challenge. I like that.
Seize her.
Come at me.
Гульня про мушкетеров на далеких землях. Играйте за веселого героя, героиню. Яна змагаецца супраць тыраніі. Ангард. Демка на Steam доступна зараз. Дати нема.
Am I the only one who's never heard of her?
That was En Garde, a swashbuckling action-adventure which is coming in the summer of 2023. Wishlist it now on Steam.
Hey, Yuri. When you think of the three pillars of video games, what do you see?
Okay, well, for me, it's got to be
Юрий,
obviously big rigs,
коли ты
big
думаешь про
bucks,
видеоигры, о чем ты думаешь?
Okay, that was not what I was expecting, but boy, do I have the trailer for you.
I'm ready.
Ён казаў, ён думае пра большие коробки, большие машины и штось яшчэ. Так, у нас тут новый трак-симулятор. Представляете, супраць усіх погодных условий и катаклизмов. Будуйте свой офис. Станьте настоящей легендой. Выйдзе гэтай восенью.
Alaskan Truck Simulator is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in Q3 2023. So drop it on your wish list.
Alaskan Road Truckers.
Our next game follows a scribe who's been sentenced to 30 years of writer's block. Hey, we've all been there, am I right? Let's take a look at The Bookwalker.
Наступная гульня про письменца, якой 30 лет быў забаронены ад пісьма. І гэта гульня Bookwalker. І мы яе уже бачылі учора. Гэта CG-трейлер, учора мы бачылі геймплей. О, який ковер. The Book Walker Thief of Tales. Реліз 22 червня.
That reminds me, I really should return those library books I borrowed.
You really should. Those guys are coming after you. The Bookwalker Thief of Tales is coming to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation on June 22nd, and you can play a free demo for the game on Steam after the show.
Okay, here's a new trailer for Deceit 2, a macabre social subterfuge game built from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5.
Далей гульня пра паліцэйскіх, пра перагаворы, якую распрацавалі на PlayStation 5. Яна не пра паліцэйскіх, больш пра пілу якусь. І пра містику. Мультиплеєрне. Виглядає як мультиплеєр. Бета доступна зараз. Deceit
2 is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2023, and you can also play the beta now.
Вийде у 23 годі на ПК, PlayStation і Xbox.
But of course, lying is only one part of our life. For some of us, anyways, maybe more. Our next game features the rest of it. It's time to check in with Paradox Tectonic, the developers of Life by You.
Наступна гульня Life by You, розпрацовщика Paradox Tectonic.
Hi, Future Game Show. This is King Choi, Studio Director of Marketing at Paradox Tectonic with Life by You. First off, I want to share a heartfelt thank you to the gaming community, especially the life simulation players, for your overwhelming response when we first announced the game back in March of this year. And if you're just learning about us for the very first time, welcome. Life by You is designed to be one of the most moddable and open-world life simulation games. Launching on PC as an early access title this September, Life by You is opening up a whole new world of creative possibilities. Be in total control of the humans that you create, the towns that you build, and the stories that you tell, driven by real language conversations. And most importantly, live out the lives and stories that you create in a world without loading screens. And oh yes, mods. We here at Paradox Tectonic are continuing to build off the DNA of great games that Paradox Interactive is known for, especially when it comes to community-focused features and experiences. The creator tools, as well as editors that you'll be able to play with in our game, will allow you to get your hands on the same tools that our game team is using to actually make the game in order to make your own UGC and mods. Just for Future Game Show 2023, here's an exclusive look at one of the jobs that your characters will be able to take on in Life by You. Here's my human, Harley, heading to her job as the barista at the Cozy Up Cafe. Harley will need to complete a set of tasks as part of her workday, including cleaning up displays that customers will inspect and take samples from. Head over to the YouTube channel at Life by You to learn more about the game, and make sure you subscribe to be the first to know when we do our weekly video drops, including feature deep dives, and also dev streams that we'll be posting in the coming weeks and months. Pre-order the game on Epic and wishlist it on Steam. When you pre-order, you'll be able to receive the exclusive Life Begins pack, and the first 100,000 early access players will be invited to a private Discord server where you'll be able to share direct feedback to our game team to inform the roadmap and the development of the game towards full launch. We're so excited for you to get your hands on this game, and thank you so much for having us, Future Game Show 2023.
Life by You is coming to Steam Early Access on September 12th, 2023, so make sure to wishlist it today.
Okay, time to switch things up for a sec. The VR showcase first appeared in our spring showcase earlier this year, and now it's back by popular demand. So, let's swing over there and see what's new in the world. Oh, I see. Yeah. Whippity whip. So let's see what's new in the world of virtual reality.
І зараз ми побачимо, що нова у віртуальній реальності.
I see a highlighted path, so I guess, like any good video game protagonist, we should follow it blindly?
Sounds smart to me.
Here's
our first game, a reimagining of a Dreamcast cult classic that lets you play squash in space. Let's check in with C-Smash VRS.
Peggy 3.
Класичная игра з 70-х, з 80-х, кажется, сеговська, так. Яку зараз переробить для VR. Можно играть одному альбо с кем-то. Тут есть якась компания. Ну и мультиплеер. Это больше оригинальная музыка. И демка для PlayStation VR 2 доступна зараз. C-Smash VRS. Выйдет 23-го...
Be mindful of low-hanging light fixtures, because C-Smash VRS is coming to PSVR 2 later this month, on June 23rd, 2023. If you haven't got it on your wish list already, fix that, would you? And if you're not convinced by that trailer, you can check out a free demo for the game on the PlayStation Store.
Next up, we have something for those of you looking for a different way to get your heart pumping. Take a look at this trailer for Madison VR.
І далі хорор Madison у VR. Дана гульня уже вийшла обычно, і зараз яны зрабілі VR режим. Я сама не грала, но чула, что она добрая. Яны распрацоўшчыкі натхнялись PT, лейбл тизер ад Хидео Кодзімы, яго Silent Hill, які Konami запраціла. Gladius Games, Infinite Prep, Madison VR. Добавьте ожидание зараз. Выйди на PlayStation VR и у Steam.
Yikes, even Polaroids are scary now. That was Madison VR, which is coming in 2023.
Forget the elbow and knee pads. This next game lets you shred without the fear of falling. Let's see what's new with VR Skater.
Наступная гульня про VR скейтера. VR Skater. Скейтборд.
Cool stickers. VR Skater is kick-flipping its way onto Pico and PSVR 2 headsets in 2023.
Now it's time to head over here and throw it over to First Contact Entertainment, who can give us the lowdown on Firewall Ultra, a tactical VR shooter coming exclusively to PSVR 2.
Тактичний VR-шутер Firewall Zero. ад распрацоўшчыкаў
Hi, I'm
First
Frank from
Contact
First Contact
Entertainment.
Entertainment, and it is our pleasure to be here at the Future Game Show today.
Firewall Ultra, вибачаюсь.
We've had our heads
Зірова
down for a while
була
now working
їх
on
предыдуща.
Firewall Ultra, the next evolution of the Firewall franchise, which is coming exclusively to PlayStation VR 2. In Firewall Ultra, you'll be playing as an elite contractor tasked with either downloading or defending sensitive information. You'll be able to hop in with a squad of up to 3 other players and show off your skills across various locations in both our PvP and PvE modes.
Выполнять разные задания, як
The team has been working hard to create
скачка
a truly
або
deep and
оборона,
immersive experience that is a treat for all the senses. We've taken full advantage of the hardware, utilizing eye tracking, haptics in both the controllers and headset, trigger resistance, and the power of the PlayStation 5 to create something that truly feels like a generational leap forward.
И новое поколение VR дозволило распрацоўшчыкам добавить новые фишки, як трекинг watch.
Firewall Ultra is set to launch on PSVR 2 later this
Новая
year.
мощь
Last
новых
but certainly
консолей
not
и
least,
так
we've
далее.
got an exclusive world premiere of a new VR experience
Еще
featuring
новые
a
консоли
famous
PlayStation 5.
animated
Это
duo.
эксклюзив PlayStation 5.
Hold on to your Wensleydale.
Зараз мировая премьера.
What a cracker of a morning.
Это
The Grand
Волес
Getaway.
и Громит.
It's a right blast.
The Grand Getaway. Приготовьтесь к чему-то там.
Looks cracking, Yuri.
Выйдя
Wallace and
на
Gromit and the
мете.
Grand Getaway is coming to MetaQuest 2 and MetaQuest Pro in 2023.
This
Гэта
brings us to the
VR.
end of the VR showcase.
Был Oculus
We ran out of
Quest,
highlighted
зараз
path anyway,
Facebook
so I
купил
guess we should
Oculus,
fast
и
travel.
зараз
Anyone
гэта
see any
MetaQuest.
subway signs around here? Anyone?
Quest — гэта тыя іх шлямы, якія
Okay,
мабільныя.
we're back, and I think I've hit my liminal space quota for today. Don't forget to check gamesradar.com and the FGS
Зараз мы
social channels
повертаемся
for
к
more info
нормальным
on
гульням.
all of the games from today's Future Game Show's Summer Showcase, powered by Intel. Okay, time for some more trailers, Yuri?
Yeah, for sure. Let's pick back up with an exciting world
Снова
premiere.
новые трейлеры, новая премьера. О, Daedalic Entertainment. Гэта немецкае издательство гульняў. И яны распрацоўваюць тоже немного своих гульняў. Прошу вас погулять у іх гульню The Night of the Rabbit, Ночь кролика. О, гэта Депонія.
The nightmare's finally over. If I were you, I'd really reconsider that statement.
Депонія — гэта іх самыя папулярныя квесты. Яны распрацоўваюць свае 2D квесты у старом стиле, point and click. Новая эра, тот же мусор.
Heyo, this is Penta from Daedalic Entertainment, and you just watched the reveal trailer of our upcoming story-driven survival game, Surviving Deponia. It has been 7 years since we last visited our lovely trash planet, and Elysium, the floating city, has crashed down into its surface and turned it into a Mad Maxian nightmare. Master the environment, build your own base, and meet new as well as old friends. In early access 2023.
Кошмаром, як у Безумном Максе.
That was
Буде у раннім
Surviving
доступі у
Deponia,
23-му
a survival twist on the cult classic point-and-click series. It's coming soon, so head on over to Steam and drop it on your wish list to stay up to
Вижить
date.
у Депонії. Я би так її
Not as
переклала.
parched as the citizens of our next game, who live in a post-apocalyptic society where water has become new gold.
Where have I heard that before?
І далі гульня, у якої вода стала новим золотом.
Choose to band together with others.
Будують
You've
город.
got life, water, civilization.
У тебя есть життя, вода і цивілізація.
You must reach out
Ви
to
виживаєте,
the world outside.
подорожуєте.
The most difficult choice
онлайн-мультиплеер.
is always right around the corner.
Самый складаны выбор заўсёды за выходзе 20 ліпеня.
Homeseek is coming to PC on July 20th, 2023, so be sure to stick it on your wish list.
Okay, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I can see that we've got yet another world premiere coming up next.
Outrageous! How is this possible? How many are we up to now?
Як
Someone
гэта
tell me in the
возможно?
chat while we roll the trailer, actually.
Колькі у нас вообще їх сьогодні? І так. Supergiant Games. Гэта Supergiant... Нет? Нет, не Supergiant Games. Стыль вельмі похожы на Supergiant Games. Распрацоўшчыкі Hades і Транзістор і Бастион. І музыка кайфовая так само. Ты кусок лайна, где щенок? Выглядае цудоўна. Мне вельмі падабаецца. Лайка. Age through Blood. Демка буде доступна на Steam 19 червня. Заявлена на усіх консолях.
That was Laika, Aged Through Blood, the very first Motorvania. That's what I'm calling it, and I'm sticking to it.
No notes. Laika, Aged Through Blood is coming to PC, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox in 2023. Next, let's hand it over to Pentapeak Studios to dig into the mechanics of their upcoming strategy game, Space Gears.
Далее стратегия Space Gears.
In the future, Mars is at war.
Space Gears is a new strategy game. So in the fight and conquer Mars.
Commander,
новая
the mechs are
стратегия
online and ready for battle.
про мехов и
The ground crew is adding the final touches to prepare for your arrival. This is your camp and home base. Collect resources and terraform Mars to build an army of mechs. Space Gears is for strategy and MOBA fans everywhere. Strategy and unit controls
Гэта
will be
гульня
key
для
to
фанатаў
claiming
стратегій
victory.
і моб. StarCraft.
Space Gears will be available to test play
Вельмі
this
виглядає
June.
як StarCraft. Вийде у червні. Free-to-play гульня.
Space Gears is coming soon to PC, but you can terraform your opinion on it by playing it for free after the show.
Nice. How about something terrifying, though? Bloober Team has sent over the brand new launch trailer for the studio's first-person horror game, Layers of Fear.
Новая гульня ад студії Bloober, Layers of Fear, мабуть, новая частка у їх серії. Потому что альбо ремейк перший Layers. Но нет, это не оно. Новая Layers of Fear. Это польскія распрацоўшчыкі, і яны паралельна зараз распрацоўваюць ремейк второго Silent Hill для Konami. Усё, што украли, можна вярнуць. Bloober Studio у кооперацыі з Ahistar Studio. Усё адчуваецца нереальна. Воспоминания. Наблюдали кошмары. Ніколі не пакінулі гэта месца. Так. Я слишком долго чекала. Время пришло. Пауст. Як это все?
Hi, Ma.
Darling?
Мама. Дорогой? Это ты? Конечно. Как твоя книга? Я так рада тебя чуть. Но як? Хорошо, что ты повернулась, письменница. Нет. Не снова. 15 червня. Layers of Fear.
And I've wet my pants. That was Layers of Fear, which is coming to PC, Mac, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series consoles on June 15th.
Up next, we've got a unique take on the co-op cartoon shooter from a talented two-person studio. Let's dive into the world of Enchanted Portals.
Yes, please.
Peggy 12.
Перший сезон Layers of Fear був. І зараз платформер-шутер. Стиль вельми похож на Cuphead. Вельми подобен, так. Enchanted Portals. Розпрацовщик Zixo Games.
Anyone else just get deja vu?
Никого
Explore a
нема
variety
déjà
of
vu.
animated styles when Enchanted Portals comes to PC and consoles later this year.
Okay, we've got a dark fantasy deck-building RPG up next, full of procedural dungeons and branching narrative choices. Let's check in with Shattered Heaven.
И выборами. Shadow Heaven.
But an endless hell.
Гэта нічога, акрамя ада. Ну все, гэта скончыцца зараз. Это моя судьба. Ты не ведаешь, что ты зрабіла з собой. Не з миром. Shattered Heaven.
Shattered Heaven is out now on PC. What's up next, Yuri?
Виходить зараз на ПК.
Okay, well, if I'm reading this correctly, then we're introducing the Fart Squad?
Oh, yeah. You mean the furniture arrangement and relocation technicians. Great house movers to have on speed dial.
Далей гульня про работникаў фірмы, якая дапамагае людзям пераязджаць.
And those who carry stuff away. When your stuff needs moving, it's time to call Smooth Moves.
Про муверов гульня. Гэта Moving Out 2. Так. Скоро. На всех платформах. Team 17.
Laura, would you mind, like, giving me the number for the fart squad after we wrap?
Of course. I love those guys. Moving Out 2 is coming soon.
Next up, we've got our ones to watch segment. A montage of some of the coolest indie games on the horizon.
Далей монтаж самых крутых інді гульні, які скоро релізуються. Odinfall. Даты нема, выйдзе на Steam. Распрацоўшчык Ember Paw Games. Далей Fast Forward, Punch Club. Выйдзе 20 ліпеня на ПК і консолях. Далей Death Ground. Няма даты, выйдзе на ПК. Распрацоўшчык Show+, Games. Venture to the Wild. Реліз у 24 годзе на ПК і консолях. Uni Record. Дата релізу нема, платформи ПК, ну і VR. Cross Blitz выйдзе ў гэтым годзе на ПК.
That was our ones to watch montage. If anything caught your eye,
Це був
you
наш
can find out
монтаж
more on these
тих
games
ігор,
and
які
everything else in the show by heading to our
вам нужно
dedicated
було
Steam page,
побачити.
which you can find by searching for Future Game Show on Steam.
І коли ви на Steam напишете Future Game Show, уся гэта ігри вам покажуться, і ви зможете ознакомитися з кожною. І далее у нас фэнтезійний бройлер, замісний. Гульня про фэнтезійныя замесы. Со зверушками. Потому что у Ubisoft уже была так, похожая на подобная до этой игры. Гульня, но там были только люди, человек, рыцари. Зараз больше всего и доследование осяроддзе якое-то. Warhaven выйти
Warhaven is coming in fall 2023. Be sure to wishlist it on Steam, as you'll be able to play Warhaven during Steam Next Fest later this month.
Steam. I feel like we've said that one
пазней у гэтым месяцы можна будзе паіграць, мабыць, у дэмку.
We're Steam bots, you know, mining and exploring, building houses for the Steam folk.
I am a Steam... Wait, what?
О, гэта Steam World. Так. Новая гульня Steam World. У серыі Steam World. Так. SteamWorld Build.
SteamWorld Build is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in 2023. Make sure it's on your SteamWorld wish lists if you like what you saw.
Now, Yuri, you've heard of nightmares, right? But what about a daymare?
Sounds even worse somehow.
Maybe in concept, but not in our next Game, which is a third-person survival horror that's nostalgic for the 90s.
Наступны гэта survival horror з ностальгіяй па 90-м. Не может быть, на что-то надо скрывать от мира. Ты ничего не разумеешь, ты ничего не видишь. Нам надо отсюда уходить, зараз. Я не видел. Я не спреду. Он не может быть. Весь мир должен гореть. Деймер 1994 Sand Castle. 30 жнива. Вийде.
Stay frosty, because Daymare is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on August 30th, 2023. So prime those wishlisting fingers, folks. What's next, Laura?
We're going to throw it over to Core Engage, the team behind New Cycle, a diesel punk city builder that takes place after a devastating solar flare.
New Cycle. Про керування городом після катастрофи сонячної аномалії, яка вижгла атмосферу у Землі. New Cycle. Демо доступне зараз у Steam.
That was New Cycle, which is coming to PC in Q2 2023. You know what to do, people.
Реліз реліз в этом году скоро. Мировая премьера. Однажды было счастливое место, такое кликали Riverside. Там была живела Руфи. У Руфи была способность менять все, что можно, местами и заменять. И он может поменять все. Ну, я в основном просто картины копирую для хорошего города. Все было идеально, пока вселенское зло с тьмы не появилось. Конец был уже близок, но теперь Руфи повинен изменить свою судьбу и всех вырятовать.
Did you see that swap buddy? Are you swappy enough to save the world? Swap-a-doodle-doo! That was easy! Things might get rough, but you are roughier. And you will never swap alone.
Все может стать тяжко, но вы никогда не будете один.
Swapping to PC and Nintendo Switch this winter.
И Riverside.
Correct, this winter.
Выйти на ПК и Nintendo. И потом на других консолях, но не одразу.
Ruffy and the Riverside is barreling its way onto PC and Nintendo Switch this winter, so get it on your wish list now.
Our next section is a slight change of pace. This year, we'll start to get our hands on the first games developed in Unreal Engine 5. But we wanted to show you a glimpse of what games in 2024, 25, and beyond
які були розпрацьовані на п'ятому Unreal Engine 5.
We give you a glimpse of the future of games.
Wait, what? At the Future Games show? Outrageous.
І зараз перші огляд на будущее відеогульні. Гэта монтаж разных ігор на Unreal Engine 5, якія выйдуць у бліжэйшы час. Я памылялася, гэта не гульні, гэта проста дэмкі, якія зрабілі мастакі на Unreal Engine 5. Што-то з гэтага гэта будзе гульні, а што-то з гэтага гэта проста мультсік, альбо картына, альбо асяроддзе. Так. Это ўсё, што зараз робіцца на Unreal Engine 5. І не толькі гэта, Disney таксама используе Unreal Engine напрыклад, у такіх серіалах, як «Мандалорец».
Unreal Engine 5 showcase. And a warning to graphics cards everywhere. I can hear mine squealing and bursting into flames from here. Be sure to head over to the FGS social channels if you want to see more Unreal 5 demos as and when they drop.
And while you do that, I am pleased to report the sighting of a Friendly Neighborhood world premiere.
Oh, come on, let's see it then.
Так, і зараз у нас новая мировая прем'єра. Студія «Ритуал» представляє ритм гульня про гітариста. Рок-гітариста. Звучить кайфово. Усе бітвы гэта рытм гульні. Fretless выйдзе ў наступным годзе.
Thanks to Ritual Studios for that face-melting first look at Fretless, The Wrath of Rifson, which is coming to PC in 2024.
Another double feature up next, focusing on Hammerwatch 2 and Paleo Pines. Laura, I am pleased to report that it is once again dinosaur.
Наступныя две ігры будуць прадстаўлены адна за другой. Першая фармінг пра дыназаўраў. Сябруйце з дыназаўрамі, приглашайце іх да сябе, і яны будуць памагаць вам на вашай ферме. Создавайце для них загоны у гэтым верасні 26-го. Дэмка на Steam. Bonus Craction Hammerwatch. Падарожжвайце з вашай паці. Кастомизуйте своего героя. Берите квесты. Сражайтесь с злыднями. Демка на Steam.
Paleo Pines is coming on September 26th, and Hammerwatch 2 is coming soon. Stick them on your wish lists and watch out for the demos for both games, which will be available on Steam from June 19th.
Speaking of demos, our Ones to Play montage is back after its debut in the spring showcase earlier this year. Don't touch that dial, as we're going to show off a bunch of incredible games that you can try right after the show.
Новый монтаж і ўсе гэтыя гульні имеюць дэмкі, якія вы можете попробовать пасля шоу.
I'm not ready to die out here.
World Sports Handyman. Даты нема. Paper Trail выйдзе у пачатку следующего года на ПК-консолях и на Netflix. Myth Wrecked Ambrosia Island. Даты нема, выйдзе на ПК и консолях. Stick It to the Stickman. Выйдзе ў гэтым годзе на ПК. Remedium. Даты нема, на ПК. Распрацоўшчык Собака Studio. Плейсара Summit Kingdom. Выйдзе ў гэтым годзе на ПК.
Thank you to all of the amazing developers who submitted their demos for our Ones to Play montage. And remember, you can check them all out by heading to our dedicated Future Game Show Steam page.
We're taking a quick break from the trailers now to deliver an exciting update. In last year's summer showcase, we were proud to feature a selection of amazing games being created by Ukrainian developers under exceptional conditions.
Slava Ukraini. This year, we're thrilled to confirm the release date for one of those games.
Яка называется Puzzles for Clef. Это платформер с пазлами, який вийде на ПК і на Nintendo Switch.
For more updates on the games from Ukraine that we featured during last year's show.
Зараз.
Okay, time for another trailer. We've got a first look at gameplay from Station to Station. A wholesome simulator where you connect Voxel railways to build thriving cities.
Симулятор чыгуночного будаўніка, чтобы соединять город с городом. Ну да, гэта графіка вельмі прыемная. Гэта тени. Калі гэта піксель-арт плюс рэальныя эфекты, як цені, дождж і гэтак далей. Ну, асвяшчэнне тут робіць усю працу. Station to Station.
Supervillain in sight. I think I could do with some tranquil train time, actually. Station to Station is coming to PC in 2023, and a demo is available right now, so go check it out after the show.
Next up, we're taking a step into the world of fantasy with Ember Storm Entertainment's atmospheric base builder,
мы делаем шаг у фэнтезийный мир. Мне подобается, мрачненько. Девушка на курых ножках. Будуйте свой дом. Свою хату, я бы даже сказала. Хату. О, ваша хата на курых ножках. Река. Выйдзе у 24-м годзе.
Don't forget to pack your boots, as Rekka, Delightful Chicken Cottage included, is coming to PC in 2024.
Okay, our friends at Sega have got a new trailer to share regarding Company of Heroes 3. Let's check it out.
Новый трейлер Company of Heroes 3. Выходить на консолях.
Company of Heroes 3 is coming to PlayStation and Xbox on May 30th.
I don't know about you, Yuri, but I've got a feeling this next game is going to be a good one.
Wait a second. Is that you?
That's me.
In a role-playing musical?
Гэта што, ты у RPG-мюзікле?
Introduced to the main romanceable characters?
Oh my god.
І нам зараз покажуть главных романтичных персонажів. Их можно романтить. Попкорну студию. Humble Games.
Who is this, Grace? Why does he have horns?
Кто это Грейс? Чему у него рога? О май гад.
You still aren't telling me
Не
something.
веришь? Ты мне чего-то не договариваешь. Как ты его вообще терпишь?
He's exactly what I'd expect him to be.
What about Apollo? Apollo was
Он
god of the
все, о чем
sun
я
and
думала.
light, but our sun god
Аполло?
had a reputation.
Аполло бог солнца, но у него была репутация так себе.
What side are you on?
На чьей ты стороне? Я все делаю горше. И я прав. Ты ему веришь? Я так думаю.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Знаменитые последние слова. А что ты видишь про Персифону? Ой, она не похожа на свои истории. Ты обо мне ничего не знаешь. Не ведаешь. Я не буду петь. О, ты такая большая и страшная.
I like this better than fighting with you. Way better.
О, мне гэта падабаецца больше, чым з тобой змагацца. Чаму ты мне не рассказала ўсё? Мы все маем мои истории. Гучыць так себе.
Best friends to the end. It's an adventure.
Это наше подорожье. Stray Gods Role-Playing Musical выйдет 3 жніўня.
Wow, that was awesome. And to celebrate, Laura has promised to perform a rap from the game for us.
No, I haven't.
Are you
И
sure?
Лора зараз там споет рэп.
Not happening.
Я не буду ничего
I'm so
петь.
pleased to be able to reveal that, as well as PC, Stray Gods is coming to Xbox,
Я вельмі рада
PlayStation, and
сказать,
Nintendo
что
Switch on
акрамя
August 3rd,
ПК,
2023.
моя
Hey, if you're in
гульня
it and
выйдзе
Rahul Kohli is in it,
на
I'm
не
playing
только
it.
на ПК,
And
а
now
и
that
на
we've got that out of
консоли.
our system, it's time for me to introduce a new section to the show. One that
И
I'm
зараз у нас новая
calling
секция
the
«Ушел».
International Debut.
It's another
Международные
world premiere,
дебюты.
isn't it?
Еще одна мировая премьера, не так ли? А, да. Не надо же спойлерить ничего. Нарративный психологичный хоррор. Просыпайся, Волтер. Прочинайся, Волтер. К реальности. Будьте ближе к реальности. Держитесь за реальность.
Sound of the shattering booms. Start this game again.
Reveal.
That was your first look at Reveal.
Oh, I love horror games. But our next game is all about driving to survive in an anomaly-filled
О,
exclusion
крутая
zone.
наступная
Here's
гульня
Ironwood
про
Studios with a developer presentation about what to
вождение
expect
у
in
аномальной
Pacific Zone.
зоне. якая называецца Pacific Drive.
Initially, it was very much a personal thing. You know, I grew up driving station wagons around the Pacific Northwest. I would go camping, I'd go out to the beach, I'd go on road trips with friends, and as an adult, I decided to start doing that again. So I got an old station wagon and I started going out on these trips. But I would go to abandoned industrial sites. I would go, taking the car up these tiny little dirt trails, and there was this vibe, this feeling of being out there in the woods with this old car. A very surreal experience, and that became, I think, the initial seed idea. Pacific Drive is a run-based driving survival game. But when we started, we were very much just prototyping. We were getting the player into the car, having them drive around in the woods, and getting a feel of the space out there. What we quickly figured out is there's a lot of overlap between resource management and kind of plate juggling that you want in a good survival game and taking care of a car, like making sure that you don't run out of gas and checking on your battery. It all eventually came to fruition with the garage and us figuring out we wanted a safe space for the player to be the mechanic and to work on the car. And taking these excursions out into the zone where you're grabbing resources and exploring and then coming back and being able to do it again. In most survival games, there's a focus on the player and keeping them alive, but for Pacific Drive, we wanted to turn that on its head a bit and put the emphasis on the car. It's the thing that's going to keep you safe when you're out in the zone, but that's only true so long as you maintain it. The player can still take damage, but the car itself is a good deal more complicated. There's different slots that you can put different equipment into and customize your car, but things may happen to those parts. They may take wear and tear, they may get damaged and break or fall off, in which case you may have to craft replacement parts or scavenge for new things out in the zone. We really care about satisfying that fantasy of the player being a mechanic, just taking care of this car and maintaining it while they're on the road. It's important for us to do this because that interaction helps build the player's relationship with the car, and that's something that we care a lot about for the game. So the zone is a pretty isolating and lonely place. When you're out on the road, your car is your only real travel companion. And we wanted to make sure that players had the ability to build a personal connection with the car that is special to them. We've also doubled down on that with the physical interactions as well. So every time you want to start the car, you have to turn the key, you have to get the engine to start, you have to put it in park manually. We built the whole game with these systems in mind because we want to create effectively a sandbox for these different dynamic moments to occur.
Sometimes when I'm driving the car, if I'm at the swerve, suddenly just get out where the saw blade or an electrical anomaly, and then I'm on my side in the woods. That's fine. The first time I drove into the woods was as a teenager going about 40 miles an hour, but that's another story.
I spent an eternity climbing this super, super steep hill with my car. I finally got to the top, climb out of my car to get what I'm going.
Зараз розпитувачі говорять об їх натхненнях для гэтых гульні.
There was a time that I came around a corner and drifted too hard onto a cliff and rolled straight down the cliff and actually ran into a group of abductors, and one of them pulled me straight into the gateway, and I made a safe exit from there even though the storm was closing in.
I think the experience I'm looking forward to players having the most is gaining that sense of companionship with the car. Sitting in the garage, looking at it, seeing all of these stories that have happened, the crazy escapes, the last minute repair jobs, really to feel like it's their car. I think that's going to be something really special.
Pacific Drive. Выйти на ПК и PlayStation 5.
Pacific Drive is coming to PC and PS5 later this year. And to celebrate, we're giving away this custom-built station wagon. One of you lucky viewers could be driving home in style tonight.
Wait, that's literally the car from the game. You can't give that away. I think they're going to need it back.
Ми ж не можемо його розіграти. Гэта ж з гульні.
I knew that.
Yeah, you know.
Так, я гэта ведаў.
Quickly move on while the producers put out some fires.
I'm the fire.
Ты ж ведал, давай.
Cookie Cutter is up next. A techno pop punk Metroidvania starring
техно-поп-панк Metroidvania з головним героєм дроїдом.
I'm different than that mass-produced junk.
Меня ключи з Шерри. Я не такая, як гэта масовая продукція. Ніякої пощади. Меня зародили, чтобы развлекать моего распрацовщика. Но зараз я не ведаю, для чаго я жыву.
They will pay for what they did to her.
Но яны адплацяць за тое, што яны з ёй зрабілі. Cutter выйдзе гэтым летом.
Cookie Cutter is coming to PC in 2023, so head on over to the Steam page and hit that wishlist button.
Okay, it's world premiere time again. And fans of the classic top-down GTA games might get a kick out of this one.
Фанаты старых першых Grand Theft Auto могуць гэта можа ім вельмі спадабацца. Наступная гульня. Под старыми Grand Theft Auto имеется в виду первые 3 частки с топ-даун.
Bank robbery in progress. Harbor Mutual Bank on Mercer Street. Shots fired.
83 Adam, show us handling. Responding code 3.
Police are engaged in a dramatic shootout. We could be in for a police pursuit.
Suspect is now on foot. We need to end this now. He's running. Suspect is in handcuffs.
The Precinct. Полицейский участок. All in 3 games.
The Precinct is a crime-fighting action sandbox game set in the 1980s. Basically everything that I love. And it's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2024.
Выйдзе ў наступным годзе на ПК і PlayStation. І наш последний трейлер гэтага вечара.
You may remember Ludo, Broken Bird Game's terrifying psychological thriller about a person trapped in their own home.
It's a little bit PT, a little bit Edith Finch. Time for an update, don't you think?
Якось психологічний хорор, який виглядає немножко як PT, немножко як What Remains of Edith Finch. Ну, натхняння, калі такія. Я толькі за. Гэта добрыя гульні. Но это CG-трейлер, гэта кат-сцена. Это не геймплей. Гэта знова злучаць здараецца. І там ёсць і там няма сігнала. І там няма, і оттуда нельга збежаць. Бежать? Луто. Демка доступна зараз у Steam, виходить на усіх консолях і ПК, окремя Switch.
That was a brand new look at Ludo, which is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. So make sure it's on your wish lists. You can also check out the free demo for the game on Steam.
That looks like the end of the show, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been so fun.
Wait a second, Yuri.
Дякуємо
Now
вам.
my spidey sense is tingling.
О, моє повше чуття.
FGS Pacific World Premiere Spidey Sense?
I think so. I think that's what this is.
Якое-то мировое премьерное чуття.
Let's see it.
О, у нас есть еще одна вещь. Давайте поглядим.
I'm going to tell you a story about 3
extraordinary spirits united to face the darkness.
3 духа, які об'єднались, щоб противостоять тьме. Выглядит круто. Сыграйте с потусторонним миром. Подороживайте поміж мирами.
3 incredible warriors defying fate.
Виглядає як мультик Тіма Бертона у геймплеї.
I, Kitsune, spirit of the forest, was a witness and a part of it.
Spirit and the Samurai. І закладки можна брати. Можна додати желаемое зараз.
A stop-motion adventure inspired by Japanese mythology. Get it on your wish lists as it's coming in 2024.
Well, it's safe to say
Виходить
this
у
has
наступному
been a
годі.
blast. For me, anyway. Thank you so much for being my partner in voice acting, crime fighting, and now show hosting, Laura.
Дякую, Лора, за те, що була моїм партнером не тільки у Агурці, но і тут, у гэтым шоу.
To our audience, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Also, a big shout out to our sponsor, Intel, and everybody who worked to make the summer showcase a reality.
Remember that you can find and wishlist every game seen in today's show on the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page. This is where you'll find all of the demos too. Just Google
ви можете знайти у Steam, коли зайдете і напишете там Future Game Show.
Our editorial team on the dedicated FGS social channels. I'm Yuri Lowenthal.
And I'm Laura Bailey. And this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase
Future Game Show летний шоукейс 2023. Далее у нас завтра у 8 вечера Xbox Press Conference. Будем так само глядеть. Я поспробую перекладать. Глядзім сюда. Сейчас посмотрю. Закончился ли Summer Game Fest? Может, что стешься? Я только что убачила, что вчора мы пропустили Tribeca Game Spotlight. И там были довольно неплохие гульни показаны. Я даже не знаю. Ну, давайте посмотрим быстро.
I must have climbed the hill behind the house 100 times.
Это та гульня, якую на Wholesome тоже показывали. Про шотландскую девчонку.
But after that hill, there's another. And then another again. And after all that, then that's the sea. And I've never been there.
A Highland Song is a narrative adventure game set in the wilds of the Scottish Highlands. You play as Moira McKinnon, a teenager on her way to the sea for the first time. But to get there, you're going to have to find your way through the wild mountains and the valleys. You'll have to survive the weather, and you'll learn a bit about the stories and the history of the Highlands.
Inkle is an independent game studio based in the UK, and we specialize in narrative games, so we make games in all sorts of genres, but our main focus is on games that tell really strong stories.
Our most famous game is probably 80 Days, an adaptation of Jules Verne's classic novel.
The main hook of 80 Days is that you can go around the world any way you like. The way that Highland Song works is extremely similar to 80 Days. You start in one particular point and you can choose all sorts of different routes through the Highlands in order to reach your goal. But it also ends at a single point because you're trying to reach the lighthouse where your uncle Hamish lives by the sea.
Finding the right gameplay for a game like a Highland Song can be really difficult. Gameplay is usually built around loops and patterns, but good narratives aren't made out of loops. We want to make sure that the character isn't doing anything just for the sake of gameplay. Everything the character's doing has to make sense within the narrative.
So the reason that we essentially created our very first platforming game is that it just makes sense for the character within this scenario to be jumping and scrambling over rocks. And it even has a rhythm action mechanic. So in many ways, it's the most gamey game that we've ever created.
И это наша самая игровая меня, якую мы когда-либо распрацовывали.
She has a limited amount of time that she can climb. She gets hurt if she falls too far.
И мы старались сделать все реалистично. Ей надо отдыхать, она не может часто прыгать и часто лазить.
Knowing where you are and being lost. We have a map mechanic, which is all about that. It's about finding little pockets of knowledge, learning the names of peaks and understanding the history of the peaks to help you find your way through them.
At Inkle, we've always loved hand-drawn 2D illustration. We love how expressive it can be, especially for characters. Even when we made 3D games, we still had 2D characters because we loved the overall effect.
Даже учитывая, что их гульні были у 3D, персонажів яны заўсёды любілі рисовать у 2D.
I grew up in Scotland. When I was a teenager, I went up into the Scottish Highlands with 3 friends, and we got lost, and we had to stumble through rivers and bogs. It was really quite a chilling, scary experience. My parents are art historians, and there was always one painting in particular that they had that I used to love as a child. It had a little ruined castle by a loch and these Scots pine trees and this golden brown colour palette that was just so characteristic of the region. And so going for a really painterly aesthetic was a way to capture that. The more modern take on that is the digital paintings of concept artists such as Paul Scott Canavan, who we worked with on this project. And he came up with this really beautiful way of hand painting rocks and trees and grass and then assembling them as a huge collage, but then all built up so that the overall effect is of a painting coming to life.
When people play a Highland song, I really want them to come away with a strong sense of the place, the Highlands themselves. There's this tension in that place between being full of story and history and the marks left behind by people, whether that's ruined farmhouses or whether that's just the names attached to the various peaks and the stories behind those names, which often go back a very, very long way indeed.
When I first kind of conceived of the game, I tried to forget everything about what games we'd made as a studio before, what games are out there, and I just tried to imagine what do I want on my Switch for me to play right now. And pretty much a Highland Song, as the way it looks and feels, popped into my head, and I can't be prouder of what we've created.
І зараз Goodbye Volcano High. Гэта Life is Strange like ігра.
Co-op is a game studio that's based originally in Montreal but is now remote and worldwide.
it
is a cooperative.
Basically, that means that we make all major decisions together. We decide whether we want to work 4 days or 5 days. Spoiler alert, we decided to do 4 days a long time ago.
We present concepts when we are starting to put together things. And we all vote on what we think is what everybody would like to
У них
And
демократія,
you
яны
feel more
усі
attached to
голосують
what you're
над
making
кожним
because
вопросом.
you voted for it, you chose it.
It was really important for us to feel like this was a different space where people actually could be the voices behind the games that we make.
We are the makers of some charming, fun games like Winding Worlds and Nog and the upcoming Goodbye Volcano High.
Goodbye Volcano High is a cinematic visual novel about dinosaurs in their final year of high school. At the start of the year, they find out that a meteor is coming. And the game is about asking yourself, what would you do if you had 1 year left? Who would you be? Who would you want to love? And how would you want to go out?
I vote yes. I don't think this is a voting type situation.
I mean, it does kind of belong to all of us.
Коли ти знаєш, що тільки один год залишився. Вашій житті, вашого життя.
You did a great job. So, what do you say, Fang?
Так, що скажеш, Фенк?
We chose dinosaurs for Goodbye Volcano High for a couple of reasons.
Originally, when we presented the game to
Ми
everybody else,
вибрали
it was meant to
динозаврів
be
по некільким
a dating
причинам.
sim because, like, at the time, this was kind of like the hot thing to work
У
on.
начале гэта була толькі dating sim.
And then we were like, hold up. Here's the hook. It's a dating sim with dinosaurs at the end of the world.
А потом мы добавили
As soon as you
динозавров и
start
конец
talking
света.
about a meteor, even though the characters are unsure
Як
what's
тільки
going to happen, you know it's going to happen.
Як тільки звучить інформація про метеорит, даже персонажи не уверены, что случится.
And dinosaurs was a really great way to create that metaphor instantly.
Для нас метафора того, что что-то плохое произойдет, вельми жизненное для сегодняшнего часу.
Dating, but really goes deep into the emotional aspects of the end of the world.
So high school already feels like it's the end of the world to most people, so it wasn't really that hard to hone in on the themes. It's really the hope that's tricky to encapsulate. High school to me is all about that sweet balance of doom and hope. Hope for the better future, hope for the dreams we chase and the ambitions we strive for. Those are things that can feel impossible to cling to, especially with something that can't be stopped and feels inevitable, like a giant meteor hitting you.
And communities all across the continent reacted to the news of a previously unknown space object this morning.
Добрая метафора.
So, how do you deal with that?
It starts off very joking. They're kind of making gallows humor jokes.
In light of the whole space rock
potential demise of civilization thing, I chose something feels off.
What's the theme?
Using this year to make an impact.
Our characters all have different methods of coping. Some double down on their ambitions, determined to accomplish their dreams before it's too late. Others slow down and decide to savor what time they have left, regardless of what their dreams are.
We can still win! Battle of the Bands! Asteroid or not!
The player character essentially ends up being the UI, and you end up playing as Fang's inner monologue.
I think this means she's rooting for us?
Music is really important in Goodbye Volcano High, and I would actually say music is really important to our studio and all of our games. It's core to our DNA, and music is central to the identity of the people who make the game, and so it is central to the identity of the game itself and the characters within.
There's no performance in this game separate from the narrative. It is essentially the same as
музыка не повинна быть отдельно от нарративной. Она должна продолжать диалог.
Fang is kind of gearing up for their future as a musician.
and then realizing that they may not have a future anymore. So those two things are kind of clashing.
Собирается становиться музыкантом, и яна понимаю, что яна не зможа ім стаць, і гэта асазнанне накрывает яе.
I think every person hopes that they get to be near people they love and who understand them and that love them.
Those are things people can grasp no matter how much time they have left.
Я разважаю, што ўсе людзі хацяць быць у кампаніі тых людзей, якія іх паважаюць і любяць. Даже если ўсё вельмі страшна, і мы не ведаем, што случыцца далей. Focus Home Interactive. Rondisk.
Bonjour, je suis Julien.
Bonjour, je suis Thomas.
Nous sommes les cofondateurs de Rondisk et nous sommes ici pour vous parler de Chants of Scénar.
Я не ведаю французскую мову.
Avec Chants of Scénar, nous avons voulu proposer une aventure originale basée sur le mythe de Babel.
On a essayé de vous plonger dans la peau d'un voyageur qui débarquerait dans un pays complètement inconnu.
Про подорожжя по незнайомому городу.
Tout au long de son ascension, le joueur va rencontrer 5 peuples différents. Chaque peuple a ses propres coutumes, sa propre histoire et évidemment sa propre langue.
Comme chacun de ces peuples parle des langues différentes, ça fait des siècles qu'ils ne se comprennent plus. Une partie du jeu et de l'aventure va consister à comprendre les raisons de cette division et peut-être essayer de rétablir l'harmonie dans la tour.
И гэта гульня про то, як понять, почему разные культуры разъединились.
Quand on a compris qu'on voulait travailler sur les langues, on a eu cette idée de s'inspirer de la tour de Babel, parce que c'est un mythe qui est très puissant, qui parle des hommes qui essayaient d'atteindre le ciel en construisant une gigantesque tour. Et ça a déplu aux dieux qui ont décidé de les frapper d'une malédiction en leur faisant tous parler une langue différente. Ce qui est important et original dans le jeu, c'est que les langues sont des puzzles en soi. Pour nous, un mot c'est pareil qu'un levier, une porte, une clé. On comprend des langues en résolvant des puzzles, et résoudre des puzzles nous permet de comprendre des langues.
Chants of Scénar est avant tout un jeu d'aventure. Au-delà de l'aspect puzzle, le joueur devra explorer l'environnement, interagir avec différents personnages et participer à des scènes d'action et d'infiltration.
Donc on a eu cette idée de créer un héros qui serait plus un traducteur, un diplomate, un scientifique quelque part, et qui soit dans cette démarche de réconciliation. Le personnage lui-même n'est pas un personnage violent, c'est pas un personnage fort, c'est pas un guerrier. Il va s'en sortir, il va trouver les clés autrement que par la violence. C'est important pour nous de montrer ça, puisque quelque part ce qu'on essaie de montrer dans le jeu, ce qu'on essaie en tout cas de dire dans le jeu, c'est que la violence n'est pas forcément le moyen de tout résoudre. Les inspirations artistiques du jeu se trouvent principalement dans la bande dessinée européenne des années 70-80, puis plus tard on a élargi les inspirations du jeu, on a convoqué le brutalisme, l'architecture mauresque, l'architecture indienne, et c'est ce qui nous a permis de créer ce monde un peu pluriel.
Chants of Scénar est une invitation au voyage, à la tolérance et à l'ouverture sur les autres.
D'ordinaire, les langues étrangères sont vues comme un frein, c'est d'ailleurs pour ça qu'on parle de barrière de la langue. Mais dans Chants of Scénar, ce contexte est voué à être dépassé puisque les langues y sont à la fois l'obstacle et la solution. On espère que vous aurez du plaisir à découvrir la tour, à résoudre ses mystères et à nous aider à réunifier ces peuples.
Et évidemment, nous avons hâte d'avoir vos retours.
Не можем дождаться, когда вы поиграете у 5 вересня в эту гульню. Nightscape.
Nightscape is a 2.5D atmospheric adventure game where the ancient Arabian night sky loses its light.
You play as Layla, who is an astronomer who just loves to look at the night sky.
As Layla, players wield a magical astrolabe, restoring stars back to constellations in order to seek a path home. A key stellar cast member is the Goat Kid constellation. The Goat Kid decides to accompany Layla in her journey.
These days, people do not know much about constellations and the stories behind them, especially Arabic constellations.
They're different from the Western or the Greek constellations, and so we've had a big research task finding out what those constellations mean, what the backstories are, and finding out how we can turn those ideas into gameplay elements.
The importance of the sky is having this sky-ground connection. Having Layla use the constellation's abilities to solve puzzles and help with Layla in defeating enemies.
The game being 2.5D, you can actually walk into the screen. There's a lot there that allow them to make the game very cinematic.
This is a brand new experience for me, building a team from the ground up. We found an amazing level designer in Nabil and a coder in Idris. And very recently we found our technical artist in Zaki, and those three are the powerhouse of the studio. And I think it's really genuinely amazing that we found those guys who were willing to work with us in Doha. I was very unsure about the amount of talent for making video games in the Middle East. And I think we got super lucky finding the team that we did.
For me, it all starts with a story and pictures that triggers my imagination.
Яны знайшлі много распрацоўшчыкаў з Сярэдняга Востока.
Beautiful Middle Eastern melodies to take them in, the maqams, to combine them with harmonies, Western influences as well, that it comes together as a blend.
In my mind, designing sound is a bit like playing with clay, like trying to model this clay, this sound, manipulate, edit, cut. For example, the hook shot is mostly made by a tree branch, the footstep of a scorpion walking, which is a mix of knife and stones. The voice of a scorpion is my voice, actually. And then overly processed. When the scorpion attacks, when the scorpion dies, that's my voice.
We're trying really hard to make the game feel magical, particularly the parts where the player is trying to figure out the puzzles.
Being in a country like the Philippines, where my hometown had about zero pollution, so looking at the stars was one of my hobbies, which is why Nightscape appealed to me a lot.
There's about 65 million people in the MENA region who play games, and there's a very, very sparse amount of content being developed from within. We want to push that boundary, and we want to create fun and meaningful games with the Middle East in mind, utilizing its culture and rich traditions and history to really inspire ideas for games going forward. And ultimately, build a bridge towards understanding the Middle East better.
Mizan Studio, Nightscape.
Is the world too much? Or is it just me? Everything I set upon unravels at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free.
The games industry is always absolutely convinced that we can only be this and this only until someone comes along and proves them wrong.
Stray Gods is a role-playing musical where you control the song. You play as Grace, a college dropout who's not quite sure what to do with her life.
A woman living in the modern world who encounters the last of the Greek muses.
Calliope?
Who dies in her arms, passes on her powers, and Grace discovers that the Greek gods are alive and well and hidden in the modern world.
We think that Stray Gods kind of appeals beyond just fans of video games. It's a really unique story and a unique experience.
There are so many elements that go into this game to make it special that you can attach to any one of them and have an incredible experience.
Stray Gods is what we call a role-playing musical. It's not really a genre that's ever existed before.
You say you didn't kill Calliope. You have 1 week to prove it. What do I do?
Start singing.
This is a game with branching musical numbers where the key decisions in the story are made in musical numbers that change depending on your choices.
Lost girls, lost girls.
The way that we tackle music is one that people have never seen before.
Boarding multiple branching paths that should link up to each other. There's a lot of considerations to factor in.
It's very complicated, but it feels very worth it in the end.
Perfectly fine on her own.
We got to work with some of the best, you know, the most talented voice actors in the world, the most talented people on Broadway. Like, what more could you ask for, really?
Being able to work with some champions like Austin Wintory, David Gator, Troy Baker has been nuts. At the end of the day, it came down to our composer, Austin. He works some kind of dark magic and you get it all back and you're like, don't know how you transformed that take into this, but it's absolutely amazing.
You'll have to see. You'll have to see.
We have such incredibly complex, thoughtful characters in this game. Every single character in the game has the potential to be a favorite.
My favorite character is Eros.
I really love Aphrodite. I think she
Мне
is
гэта гульня вельмі
beautiful.
падабаецца.
No, that's too
Я
hard of a question.
My
перакладала
favorite
ўсё, што яны
character
тут
is,
гаварылі.
I think, Orpheus.
My king, Orpheus. He's my favorite. It used to be Hermes, but Orpheus, emo king, love.
Look at me, who do you think I am? I'm saying Medusa. I am the #1 Medusa fan in the office.
I love Medusa, and I love Persephone, and I adore Freddie. But my favorite...
I reckon my favorite character is Freddie.
I'm really gonna go against
У гэтай
the grain
гульні
here. My
главная
favorite character is
героиня
Freddie.
узнает
Everybody's
о том,
gonna say
что
Freddie, so I thought
греческие
I'd say
боги
someone
живы, и
as
они
well.
But my favorite...
ховаются. И...
Yeah, I'll say Freddie. But Medusa and
И
Goliath.
она
Like, it's really hard.
начинает
Sorry.
петь.
There is a level of belief in the studio in the themes in this game and the stories that it's trying to tell and the people
І
it's
тут
trying to
вельмі
involve and
складаны
the people it's trying to
віцящийся
talk to that I
наратив,
haven't seen on
які
a lot of the
потім
games that I've worked on
сходяться
in
у
my
одну
career.
большую
We've
картину.
assembled this
І
superstar
розныя
group of
песні.
people. It is a Voltron of game development.
Early on,
Выбор
Liam made a conscious
разных
effort to make
песен
sure
и
that
разных
everyone that we
стилей.
hired culturally fit, but also had a conscious effort to make sure that we weren't hiring the same kind of people.
Every single person who came onto this project brought something wholly and uniquely theirs.
It's one thing to be able to hire to have diverse voices. It's also another thing to make sure that those voices are heard. It's just important for us that everyone, one, feels safe enough to share their opinion, and two, diverse enough that many opinions are shared from all sorts of walks of life. At the end of the day, gaming is about joy, and I really like being reminded that making games can also be about joy.
Lost in a moment. Very soon.
И тут легенды агучшых видеоигр и бродвейские акторы тоже тут артисты задействованы. 3 жніўня. Expanse, Telltale, гульня Telltale.
The Expanse is an exceptional intellectual property in that it's huge and that the characters are the forefront of what they are focusing on.
What is so compelling about it is that it works in several different mediums, right? I mean, we began with the books. And then I think what was so special about the television show was that it was almost like just another window of looking in at the same story.
So what's unique about the way that we tell stories is that we give our players agency over the character they're playing, which basically means that their choices shape the overall story, so they're actually living in the story as opposed to just following along with it.
When you're adapting a television property into a video game property, you have to think about what the fan is expecting and when they're coming into. This takes place years before the first season. We're getting to see the world through Kamina Drummer's eyes. She is a belter, somebody who's out in deep space and has grown up there, has never set foot on a planet, so her perspective is really different.
It's hard for me to look at these moons without
Главная
thinking
героиня
about the other
выросла
research
у
colonies
космосе,
exploiting all the
николи
resources
не была
of them and giving nothing
на
to them.
планетах.
I hoped to portray her, especially at the beginning of the video game, as a little bit more vulnerable and open and just
Я надеюсь
see the
сыграть
events
ее,
that
особенно у
cause her
початку,
to harden.
более наивной,
Bossing everyone around, only this time no dolls to keep you on
потом
the leash, yeah?
наприконцы уже более закаленной и серьезной.
A really awesome character like Drummer deserves to have really interesting situations to be put in that fans have come to expect from the show, and now it's like they're getting to play an episode of The Expanse, but in video game form. We can do things like put zero G in the game, but we have to think about it from what's a good interaction medium, and changing that from what you may have seen in the show slightly to make sure that it's something that you can rock immediately and that feels good on the sticks, but that is also representative of what you see in the show. those characters have really complex issues that they're facing regularly. And in narrative games, we want to give players these gray areas to really think, is this the answer I want to choose, or do I want to choose this answer? And that they both have their upsides and their downsides. And so the Expanse is perfect for that.
Игроки думали, хочу ли я сказать то или іншее, и как не было плохого и хорошего выбора.
It was a really interesting challenge to come at the same character in a completely different medium.
Deck 9 is a video game studio. We are known for our narrative, our characters, and our motion capture technology.
Мы знамениты по нашим нарративам, нашему motion capture.
Things made out of wire to show where a door frame might be or something like that, but otherwise it's pure imagination.
I assume you didn't come here to talk about crystals.
We have a new target.
What is it this time, El Dorado? The Fountain of Youth? Let me guess. The Falcon Horde of Venus?
The UNN Urshanabi. Cap believes there's something valuable on board.
Something that we are really excited for people to experience in the Expanse of Telltale series is the emotional performance that we're getting from our actors that comes through with our technology, and from our animators that really bring out the personality in these characters.
I work for you, but you don't own me.
Believe me, I'm well aware.
Just want to make sure you're not having second thoughts about our deal.
Oh, come on. We're equal partners. We pay the crew, the costs, and the overhead.
The rest is 50-50. You and me.
I mean, that's the joy and the beauty of a job like this, is that I get to play.
We're hoping that you form these bonds with these characters and that they are something that you carry with you after you're done playing the game and you're thinking about it later. That, to me, is always a testament of good storytelling, is, am I thinking about it long after I experienced the game itself?
Мы сподіваемся, что игроки будут думать про нашу гульню после того, як яны её пройдут, что она заставить впечатление. Despelot.
I am Julián Cordero, and I'm the lead developer and programmer in Despelote. And it's adventure games set in 2001, when Ecuador was really close to qualifying to the World Cup for the first time. Everybody was incredibly excited about this moment. With your friends in the park. When I was growing up, I played a lot of soccer. In Ecuador, the culture of soccer is very big, and if you're a boy and you're not playing soccer, it's like it's hard to make friends. So a lot of like my best friends I made were through playing soccer. But then when I moved to the US, I wasn't really watching or playing soccer for a few years. That sort of made me like take a step back from it. I sort of like realized this, and I was like, oh, like this had such a big role in my life. I wanted to make this game to sort of like what it was about soccer growing up. When I started making the game, the first thing I focused on was this like relationship with the ball, and like making the ball like this physical object that you're kicking around. More than like creating like a soccer match, I knew that I wanted to just like your relationship with the ball, and like how that sort of then relates to your environment. Immediately was thinking, okay, what should it look like? And there was this artist and musician, Sebastián. I really liked his work.
My name is Sebastián Balbuena, and I am in charge of the art in Despelote. That includes 2D animation, 3D modeling, and also the music. This is actually the first video game I have ever worked in.
I knew the game was going to be in 3D because I wanted the game to be like feel very physical, and this like the physical connection with the ball.
We wanted to find a graphic style that could communicate emotions, and we found that the 2D hand-drawn animation was
the character
some of the have the same feeling that you get when you listen to people's conversation in the street. So that's why we went with the improvisation for the dialogue.
It's all a lot of friends. The parents are played by my own parents, so there's an interesting dynamic happening there as you run around as a kid. It's 2001. Ecuador is coming out of this big economic crisis. Great, because I think it's bringing in a lot of this like sort of communal understanding of the moment. So my parents aren't really big soccer people, but the excitement of qualifying to the World Cup was so big that even they were really excited about it.
Моим родичам не нравится футбол, но мой энтузиазм их заражал.
Capturing this moment was important because I think for my generation, the first time we qualified to the World Cup, it sort of meant like, oh, Ecuador is a tiny little country, but all of a sudden we were like in the world stage and we were like playing against Italy and like we were like in the big newspapers and like a really big thing. Pelota in Spanish means ball, and despelote is sort of a saying that people have, is like, esto está hecho un despelote, is like, this is a mess. So it's sort of like a play on words, like ball and like mess. We're growing up with this idea of si se puede, which is what the people chant to the soccer team, which means, yeah, we can do it. Si se puede and si se pudo, like we can do it and we already did it. Like that's not something my parents were able to like grow up with. People like grasped onto it so much, and I think it like really gave a lot of people so much hope. And I think for me, like that being like one of my earliest memories, it sort of made me grow up thinking like, oh yeah, like yes, we can. I hope that people really enjoy just running around in Quito. I think we've built it in a way that it makes a lot of memories. More that people and
як ён адчуваў сябе ў тое время ў Эквадоры. У той час у Эквадоры. І дзякуй за прасмотр. Гэта ўсё. Фу, мы гэта зрабілі. Завтра тады ў 8 вечара будзем глядзець Xbox Game Showcase. Якія-то трэйлеры ўжо ўцяклі ў сеть. Ну, не ўцяклі, проста распрацоўшчыкі пераблыталі даты. І выпусцілі трэйлеры уже. Но гэта ўсё. Дзякуй тем, кто меня смотрел, альбо будет смотреть в записи. И до завтра.
Treasure place.